Hello, good evening once again, everybody. This is Jeremy and Mark. We are part of the Insurance Guy. Okay, welcome back. We like to touch on a little bit more on the corporate insurance. I'm sure some of you would have heard of this term FWMI or Foreign Worker Medical Insurance. Some might call it MI. Yeah. Now we're just going to touch on who it is for and why and who should buy them actually. Okay, so as you know, there in Singapore there's S pass, work permit, and people on employment pass. So from these MI policies are actually for people compulsory for S pass and work permit holders. Okay, there are two compulsory insurance that S pass and work permit holders must buy. One being the Workmen or WICA, which this one we'll touch on it some other day. The next one will be the FWMI or MI, which we are going to discuss tonight. Yeah, so maybe I'll let Mark share with you what are the difference of between this the informed worker FWMI, what the differences there are in the policy itself. Okay, over to you, Mark.
Okay, basically this MI comes about because of the escalating health costs in Singapore. So it used to be when the government started with this MI scheme, the sum insured, so-called the compensation is 5,000. Then they increase it to 15,000 per claim. Okay, and from 1st of July last year onwards, the government increase it partly because of inflation. They increase it to 60,000 per claim. So from 15,000 to 60,000, there is a huge jump. So the government so-called gives some advice to the insurance company, and the insurance company obey, and they came out with this scheme for the MI of 60,000 now. Okay, the first plan will be, of course, lower premium, but lower premium comes to the extent that, okay, the employer needs to co-pay 25% of the medical fees, but not 25% of the full 60,000. Okay, the first 15,000, 1.5 of the claims will be fully borne by the insurance company. And from the 15,000 onwards to 60,000, the employer will need to co-pay, so-called share this medical cost 25%. The insurance company will pay, of course, the 75%. In return, the premium is slightly lower. Okay, and the other plan, there won't be any so-called sharing of medical costs from the employer. That means as and when there's a claim, the insurance company will pay 60,000 full back to the hospital now, and not to the employer. Yeah, this is basically a brief separation.
I just want to add also, in the past, many companies use this group insurance policy or the GHS to use it to replace for this 15,000 back then before it went up to 60K. They use go through the government regulations, but the thing is, I felt that during COVID time, government implemented some things like pre-COVID stays, pre-COVID, what do you call, isolation. Before the workers could come into Singapore, they had to isolate the workers and stuff like that. They added things inside the MI policy, which as a GHS we cannot add it in. So I would suggest to companies these days to just buy GHS as GHS for the staff, and then the FWMI for all these S pass and work permit holders. If not, when you mix them together, and when government adds things inside the MI policy, it's very difficult to add it inside the GHS. So that's why these days we are not using GHS policies, the group plans, as a replacement for MI policies.
For S pass and work permit holders.
Yes, for these two groups of people. Just want to share a little bit, touch on this.
And not only that, Jeremy, you told me something like even the MI now can add in for GP.
Yes. So some companies actually goes beyond the basic coverage of 60K. They even can have the option to add outpatient for your this group of staff, your work permit holders and your ESMA. So if you want to know more, just give us contact us, right? Our link is up there. Yeah, feel free to give us a buzz. Yeah. So anything else, just comment and we will get back to you ASAP. All right, good night.